Our next speaker is an international artist who graduated from Grey School of Art in Aberdeen with a Bachelor of Arts honours degree and gained a postgraduate certificate in adult education at Lancaster University. She migrated to WA at the end of 2007, so grateful, where she focused on exhibiting her sculptures nationally at several prominent sculpture-based exhibitions. Alongside her personal art career and her work at Mind the Change, she pours her artistic talents into the Creative Schools project, which brings together teachers and creative practitioners in the classroom to transform school communities. She is passionate about the social and emotional value of bringing well-established artists directly into care environments. Please welcome Claire Davenhall.
Oh, yeah. Am I smaller than you?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Otherwise, I'm looking nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you've stolen my intro.
Sorry, say it again. They weren't listening to me.
Okay, right. Just to recap. So, good evening. My name is Davenhall. There we go. And I'm one of the creative art facilitators at Mind the Change, where we provide high-quality arts-based workshops and creative engagement sessions with people living with dementia and their primary support network. So I'm a visual artist who likes to paint and draw, but my passion, as Elkia said, is sculpture. And I've had the opportunity of sharing that sculpture worldwide. So I've studied all over the world as well. So I've studied at Grey School of Art in Aberdeen. I've studied at Athens School of Fine Art in Greece. I studied ONSET in Finland. Also got my postgraduate. And last night I've just started my master's in creative teaching and learning charity. So I'm passionate about how the arts can transform the lives of people living with young onset dementia, and how the arts can provide so many opportunities for sensory engagement, positive interaction to help overcome isolation. And I think Jason mentioned that a little bit. But mostly I'm passionate about the social and emotional value of bringing artists into caring environments and transforming the lives of people living with dementia by integrating creative ways to care and connect. When you're passionate about your practice, you pass that passion on to others, who in turn become passionate about their practice. You spark the magic in the room, you inspire others to take risks, do new things, and become creatively brave. Creativity has more outputs than written or spoken language. It touches about every cell of your body. The Aboriginals call it lali, and it's the active part of creation. We feel it in our spirits and we feel it in our bodies. It's creation. As a creative practitioner, I practice creativity every day. I practice creativity differently each day with different people in different places, and every day the outcomes are different. I never know what I'm going to create until I've actually created it, and that way I'm always pleasantly surprised. I have a multitude of things that I carry with me. I've always got a carload or a bag load, and I'm sure Brenda at the back has seen me in action. I have plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way to D, E, F, G. Because the sessions that I provide is about thinking a bit differently. And that's what we all do best, especially if you have dementia. Thinking what nobody else is thinking is at the heart of the creative process, and it's what makes us artists so unique. When Einstein was asked what the difference was between him and the average person, he said if you ask the average person to find a needle in a haystack, the average person would stop when they find the needle. We, on the other hand, will search for all other stacks, all other needles, and something else. Sometimes life forces us to consider different ways of thinking. Sometimes working with people we've never met before, and this is creative collaboration. And it benefits not only the artists that we go and support with Mind the Change, but it benefits us as facilitators and creative practitioners like me who have that person-centred approach. Forming positive relationships can make a difference. Art makes us feel seen, it makes us feel heard, it makes us feel appreciated, understood, supported and loved. Forming positive relationships is essential in being happy. So being part of YODyssey brings together artists to become part of this creative family, where they feel supported, nurtured, and can express themselves in more creative ways. When we help artists to achieve their greatest accomplishments, like showcase their work, like what we see today, it brings a sense of satisfaction, happiness, and joy to not just the artists involved, but to everybody else in the room. Art makes the world a better place. It encourages human beings to make original contributions to the world. But where in the world is your happy place? Art has a wonderful way to take you back to your happy place. I love to talk about places I've seen, people I've met. I like to listen to my favourite music. I like to read my art books. Sometimes even our art smells like our favourite food. And every interaction is unique, different and joyful. So one artist special place might be Sicily. And when you can't go to Sicily, Claire will bring Sicily to you. And we might be painting the mountains on postcards. We might talk about who we might send them to and what we might write. We might look at the pigments of the paint and make sand jars. Even the writing on the glass of the jars are from Sicily. Because art with meaning helps us feel connected to all the things that are important to us. And for our loved ones, art is a wonderful form of communication to express feelings, thoughts and observations. We explore the sense of meaning through different materials, techniques and processes to produce art that makes us feel more connected and fulfilled in our lives. Art is powerful. It offers a visual expression as well as a better understanding of each other, our culture, our heritage and our own personal stories. Art is not a luxury, art empowers. The effort that goes into making something, the multi-sensory engagement, the repetitive actions, the anticipation of satisfaction from the final reward at the end, the final product, it releases neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine that promote joy and well-being, and it also reduces our stress. I see the positive impacts in creative engagement on people living with dementia on a daily basis. I combine the 5 domains of happiness to take this person-centred approach, and it shows in the way I greet you, the conversations we share, listening to your stories, and developing a strong sense of self. Creative skills improve our sense of well-being and happiness. So be creative and do things that bring you joy and happiness, because happiness makes you productive. Happiness promotes positive emotions such as joy, gratitude, hope, optimism and love. Happiness promotes engagement with your mind, body and soul. Happiness affects your relationships with your social connectiveness. Happiness gives you a sense of meaning and an understanding of your calling in life. Happiness makes you feel accomplished with your goals and your objectives. So tonight, please join me as we celebrate the work of 2 outstanding artists, Lin-da, Lin-da, I like to think this is her stood next to me, and Keith, and their efforts and achievement of artists and their continual use of creativity and growth of beautifully creative minds.